Hello, I'm Sudarshana Rao. I'm a commercial pilot. I'm basically from Bangalore, born and brought up in Bangalore. Uh, I have 13 years of experience in Indian aviation. I started my flying back in 2010 when I joined Jet Airways as a pilot on Boeing 737 fleet. So I was in Jet Airways for about 8.5 years till it shut down. Then I joined Go Air for about 10 months. Recently, I've joined Vistara. I've been in Vistara close to 2 years from 2021. I started my aviation training, everything back in 2007. I did my engineering in Bangalore from RNSIT. So during that time, I was into Formula racing also. So that is when I met a commercial pilot. So since I was more interested and in speed, so I thought, why not follow the passion in the other way also, like as for my profession. So that's how I wanted to be a commercial pilot. So I did my training in Dallas and Atlanta. This was back in 2007. So I was there for about 6 months, and I had to come back to India and convert my American license to Indian license. So the total duration of the course is somewhat, I can say, around 1 year. So at that time, I spent about 15 to 20 lakhs. But right now, the whole training cost is about 60 to 70 lakhs before you join an airline. So the mainly to be a commercial pilot, you have to be a 12th standard pass with physics and maths. Then you have to do your commercial pilot training. That can be done in India as well as abroad. People prefer US, Australia, and India is also not bad. It's all the same. The duration is also almost the same in India, and the cost is per se the same. So commercial pilot. So initially you have to clear your class 1 medical also. So for medical, you have to be decently fit enough. Like you shouldn't be overweight. You shouldn't have any other excession as such, like cholesterol and other things. All these things are a no-no for to become a commercial pilot. You have to take care of your health. To clear class 1 medical, you'll have to do blood tests, urine tests, ECG, EEG, all those things initially.
Especially what of the eyesight requirements?
Yes. So the and eyesight, you have to have 6x6 with glasses. So even if you have glasses, it's okay, but it has to be correctable to 6x6. That is the main misconception people have, that if you have glasses, you can't be a commercial pilot. You can be a commercial pilot with that. You shouldn't have night blindness, and you shouldn't have color blindness. That is one more thing.
Take us through your eating habits. As a pilot, what diet are you put on all
Yeah.
the time?
So the eating habits are okay. Like I prefer mainly home cooked food, because that is my preference. First is home cooked food, then the hotel food, then the flight food. Because flight food, they add a lot of preservatives, which is not good for having like every day. So when I started out my career, I used to have flight food most of the times, but then I realized that having flight food is not good over a longer run. So now I prefer home cooked food. Then when you're on layovers, you have hotel food that you have to. So and I pack food from hotel as well as home whenever I am at home. So mainly I try to avoid flight food.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Tell us more about your sleep patterns.
Yeah.
How do you tackle sleep turbulence?
Yeah. So the mainly for us, the sleep is a problem. Like the flights, as you have seen, like you can fly during the midnight also, day, afternoon, everything. So for us pilots, we can fly during the day, night. So we get a monthly roster. So let's say after 2 days off, we get 2 days off in a week. So after our off, we start early morning, and we have layovers. We land late in the night. We start early morning. So we have to adjust our schedule. Like let's say if I'm getting up early morning, 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, then I'll have to try to sleep early and also get some sleep in the afternoon, so that to make up for the lack of sleep early morning. And once we land late in the night, what I do is, like, I sleep and get up by 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, so that I can start my next day in a proper time. I don't want to oversleep also. So you have to it depends on person to person. You have to adjust according to your body cycle. So this is how I adjust my sleep, and most of the pilots have their own way to tackle this.
How do you acclimatize to the different time zones? Say you are flying from India to the US. So there's a world of difference when it comes to time. So how do you tackle it, and how does your body cope up with it?
So this is the main thing. When we fly different time zones. Like let's say I fly from India to Europe. That is, I used to do that a lot in Jet Airways when I used to fly on Airbus 330. So we used to start midnight from Bangalore and fly to Amsterdam. So like we start at 2 o'clock in the morning and land in Amsterdam time at 8 o'clock in the morning. So we would have flown for 12 hours. So we can get controlled rest on the aircraft also. Since it's the flight is more than 10 hours and we are flying in the night, we get 3-man crew. So we have rest period on the aircraft also. We get about 2 to 3 hours rest on the aircraft since we have 3-man crew. We rotate and we take rest. And when we land in in Europe also, what I used to do was I used to go there, have breakfast, and get some sleep for 4 to 5 hours. So whatever lack of sleep I've had in the night, that is taken care of. But we don't oversleep also, because then again we have to get up next day morning and fly back to India. So I used to sleep for about 4 hours till afternoon, then get up and stay awake till night 10, 11, so that I get sleep again, and that I get acclimatized to that schedule, so that I sleep in the night, and next day morning I'm fresh for the flight. So we land back in India again, say around 1 o'clock in the night. So again we go home, get sleep, and get up by 9 o'clock, so that next day we again get back to our routine in India. This is how I used to tackle the different time zones when we used to fly international.